Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Idiot Investor. I am your host, Justin Alexander, and pretty eventful week this week. It's only Wednesday. We had a big sell off. Not really that big, but, you know, relatively big compared to what we've been having. I don't know, not really. But, it's because people are worried about rising interest rates, mainly. That's what I would say. Uh, the 10 year and the 30 year. I'm not sure how to look at the 30, but the 10 year here on Amazon or Yahoo. This is the yield. It's been rising, and we're right back to where we were a year ago. And people think that interest rates are going to rise, so that's pushing tech stocks down. It's supposed to push gold and stuff like that up. Hasn't really been doing, but somewhat. Let's take a look at gold. Yeah, it's flat. It's been pretty weak recently, but it's actually at a decent buy right now, I'd say. Yeah, I think so. At 163, that's the old high before it started rallying, and I think it's going to rally again. But I don't know. Let's go over some recent buys. Everything I bought on that dip is up, so I'm happy about that. One new stock I found is this one, A. And not a crazy chart. It's not up 1,000% this year, but it pays a nice 4.5% dividend. Earnings appear to be rising. They have business in America and overseas, like in London and some other emerging markets. So I think that's a decent infrastructure, renewable energy play. I bought some BEPC. Remember, BEP is it's a MLP, limited partnership. So yeah, this is up nicely. Pays a good 3% dividend, like that. BEPC, I think should. I don't know if that's right or not, but it might be because the price of this is more because it's not a limited partnership. You're paying up for it. I also bought BIPC, the other kind of brother of that one. It's infrastructure. Biden's obviously going to push for that, and a good dividend there. So I like that. I like those. LYB has been crushing it. That's a good 4% dividend stock. It still has room to run. Disney, I'm so shocked at what it's been doing recently. I sold it one share at 193. I had shares, from when it originally popped last year up to 153. I bought the very top, so I wanted to get out. And I did. I still have some shares, but now it's just more of a moderate sized position. I bought lots of Apple. I bought 2 shares of Apple as it was going down. I bought at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just looking at the numbers. And I also bought at 120. I just had an order in, and that's what hit when it dipped super low. So I'll happily take that and flip it. I'm planning on selling at 150 because I want to get a lower. I have one that I bought when it split at 130, so I want to sell that for 150 basically. And bring that down to a normal size position. It's a little bigger right now. The other one I bought was FTech, Fidelity Information Technology. It's 5-year, 1 and 5 is 45 and 255%. The Vanguard Information Tech is 45 and 263. So practically the same performance. It's got a lower expense ratio. I think holds the same thing, so I like that. And it's really low cost, which is the great part. It's 108 versus 350, so you can actually buy a few shares and get good diversification into the tech area. Bought some Ring, the miners, gold miners. I like this over GDX, much lower expense ratio, about the same level dividend. I'm going to put do not disturb 1 sec. There's that. There's iClean. I think I got that at, I might have a share at 25, but I definitely got one at 28. I've just been kind of dollar cost averaging down on that one. Been just kind of working my way in. I bought some originally for like $12 down here back in June of 2020. Back when, before it broke out, I saw that it was going to break out, and I bought, and that went incredibly well. Now I'm chasing performance, but I still think we're only 2 months into the Biden presidency. I think clean energy still has a long way to run. MJ is pretty surprising to me, but not really. I mean, just that it got dunked on so hard for so long, ever since I started investing, which was August 19. It's just been a shit show. And I considered MJ, I'm like, yeah, marijuana, that's going to be great, but if that's a real dividend, that's a pretty decent investment, especially if you got in early. Congrats to those people. GameStop popped again today. God. Up 100% today, and then up 100% off of that. That's wild. So this morning it was $50, less than that. Went up $46 during the market, then another $90 after. That's wild. I have no interest in buying this or getting into this or AMC or any of those shit companies, and I think people should not be doing that. I'm surprised it's still popping. I'm still surprised anything's happening with those, but avoid those at all cost. Go with solid Johnson & Johnson type stocks. Alright, thing's done plenty well over the last year and 5 years. Not terrible. Not that great. So if that's not good enough for you, then you go to VU. You go to the S&P 500, and you get those solid, consistent, 100%, 10%. This is actually 20% a year. I mean, do you want 20% or do you want 0.25% sitting in a savings account? That's where I come from. Even high yield savings account are like 2%. So you got to take some risk. If you have the money, it's great to invest it. I've found. And if the market turned into like a really bad bear market, I think I wouldn't be saying the same thing. If it really was a dead cat bounce, in this area, in April, May area, if we went and retested and went lower and lower and lower, and went like, the bottom on VU was $200. If we went even lower, I mean, we need to go further back. Go to VU, go to max. So the bottom was 200. I mean, if we got to 175, I don't know. I'm just saying, if it went a lot worse, I don't think I would be as excited about investing. But it's gone incredibly well, and I think that's got to continue. A couple more stocks I bought. Unity. This is one I've been keeping an eye on. I almost bought in at like 150 because I was like, that's kind of what it's worth. That's what the market's saying. But I'm glad I waited. I got in at $100. So $100 even. Low is 98, so I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this. That's why I only bought one share, not even a half position. So I just like I like what they do. They're in the video game space. Um, they're kind of ubiquitous. They're used a lot. So, and I assume they have some kind of subscription or royalties or something that they make. I hope. I really don't know the business all that well. So, and they don't pay a dividend, and they're still super early. Just went public. They're not even 6 months under their belt, so the lockup has not ended. Just be aware of that. I'm kind of nervous about it, but we'll see. I doubt it would go below 65 or 80, but I could see it get to 80 and bouncing off that. That would be the bottom. Because insiders are going to sell. I mean, Unity's been around for a while. 2004, not that crazy long, but long enough that people are going to want to cash out a little bit. I bought AMD. I figure with the chip shortage, they might be somewhat at the front of the line. And they can maybe charge a little more. And they're just going to have business for a long, long time. You know, they probably have a backlog right now. And it's proven itself to just be an earner, a gainer. And look at those earnings. So I'm happy about that. I think it's a good company. I like what they do. I like their products. So I got in at $80. And that was pretty good. 80 I think was my price. And I would buy again. I think I have another order at 75. Be on the lookout for that. This one I'm interested in, Rio. It's just been crushing it recently. And pays a really good dividend. It was paying like 10% like a year ago. It's crazy. And it's the largest, like second largest miner. I don't know how I've never heard of this. It's not in Ring or GDX or whatever the miners ETF is. So I was kind of surprised by that. I'm looking at Net Cloudflare, but it didn't quite hit the price I wanted. I was looking at 69.69, got 70.70, so close but no cigar. TSM's been crushing it. Goes to that chip shortage. Like, god damn, 150%. And I have a full healthy position in that one, so I'm happy about that. Pays 1% dividend. Everyone says buy it, so that's one I'm glad I got in early on. I got in like $50, so I'm super up on that one. And I think that's it. I bought some VT at the top, in quotes. I spent, what was it, 90, must have been 97, around $98, but that's fine. It's diversified. It's the whole market, so. I think international is finally, it's breaking out and it's doing well now, so I think that can continue. So it's good to be diversified for once. Yeah, so I hope everything's going well for you people. Staying safe, getting vaccinated, making money. So until next time, thank you for watching this little longer episode. If you liked it, like the video and leave a comment for me. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.